So we just came back from Milan where we saw plenty of bikes being announced during the EICMA 2022. You know what? I've had a chance to scrub through a whole lot of footage that I've personally filmed, and so in this video I thought I'd give you my top 5 motorcycles that are going to come out in 2023 that I had a personal close look at. Now, before I get started, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on the next one. Well, now let's start with number 5, the Benelli TRK 702 and 702X. These two gorgeous bikes share the 698cc liquid-cooled inline-2 engine that makes 76.2 horsepower at 8,750 RPM and 68.2 Nm of torque at 6,250. Now, bear in mind these two bikes are going to be the more budget option compared to the 800. So at the front, there's a 50mm upside down fork that offers 140mm wheel travel. At the back, there is an aluminum swing arm and an adjustable monoshock with a 168mm travel for the standard model and a 173mm travel for the X. The standard model will have a 17-inch front wheel, while the X version will have a 19-inch. But at the back, they're both equipped with a 17-inch wheel. In terms of brakes, at the front, there's a dual 320mm disc with a 4-pop Benelli branded caliper. At the back, there's a single 260mm disc. Again, here it's no Brambos like the 800, so we're cutting cost here for the 702. The seat height is quite low actually for the standard model at 790mm, but it goes up to 836mm for the X version. Fuel tank capacity is at 20 liters and the wet weight is 235 kilograms. As standard, it comes with a 5-inch TFT display with Bluetooth connectivity, full LED lights, and backlit controls. Also a set of handguards and a windscreen, but we're not sure if it's going to be adjustable or not. Well, these two models are going to come out in spring 2023. Now moving on to 4th place, and here we have the Keeway MVP T1002V. Now, this is a concept bike from MOTO Bologna Passione, and they're using Keeway here to jumpstart their manufacturing. The engine is a 997cc liquid-cooled V-twin 80-degree crank engine that puts out 95 horsepower at 7,600 RPM and 102 Nm of torque at 6,500. This engine is also shared with a cruiser version of it. Now, obviously, as a concept bike, all the specs might change, but this particular unit came with the KYB suspension, fully adjustable front and back, with a 180mm front wheel travel. The set of 19-inch front wheel and 17 at the back will offer a really good compromise between road use and off-road. Also, the brakes are a set of two 320mm disc brakes at the front and a 260mm at the back. It comes fitted with a 7-inch TFT display with smartphone connectivity and an adjustable windscreen. Handguards and engine guards will be available as an optional extra if I'm not mistaken, but the seat height is 820mm and the weight is 235 kilograms dry, so that might scare some people away actually. And the fuel tank capacity is of 21 liters. Now, you let me know here in the comments below which one of the two you prefer, the adventure style or the cruiser style. But moving on to number 3, and here we have the CFMoto 800 NK C22 concept bike once again. This bike is absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. I think CFMoto here have done exceptionally well. If rumors are correct, the twin engine will output more than 90 horsepower. But obviously, some of the components will be different when this bike hits production. I think they'll keep the TFT screen and they'll give the bike a few custom modes and whatnot. But I don't think the SE Project exhaust will be one of its features, just like the single-sided swing arm. It would be too much of a premium bike for such a budget brand. But this bike definitely deserves a spot here in my top 5. Now moving on to the 2nd place, and here we have the Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. This bike again will be available in the beginning of 2023 in 2 different versions. There's a standard model and a Grand Tourer that adds bags and a windscreen. Well, we know the 650 engine very well. The parallel twin engine makes 46 horsepower at 7,250 RPM and 52 Nm of torque at 5,650. There's a 43mm Showa upside down fork at the front that offers a 120mm travel. At the back, the set of twin shocks are preload adjustable and offer a 110mm travel. Seat height is quite low as a cruiser, obviously, at 740mm. The fuel tank capacity is 15.7 liters. There's also a 19-inch front wheel and a 16 at the back with very similar specs in terms of brakes. So we've got the bi-brake calipers with a 320mm single disc at the front and 300mm at the back. The wet weight is 241 kilograms, so a big chunky bike, but I think it will still sell very well in 2023. And now in first place we have the Yamaha Tracer 9 GT Plus. This amazing bike is one of the first that's been equipped with the latest radar technology and electronic semi-active suspension. There's also a very sophisticated braking system that I've always known to be used in cars, but it's first time used in motorcycle industry, where in case of an emergency, it will stop the bike for you. So top of the line specs and what we're actually used to with a triple cylinder engine. The 890cc is capable of 119 horsepower at 10,000 RPM and 93 Nm of torque at 7,000 RPM. The set of 17 inches wheel front and back will make it a perfect sport tourer. There's also a 19-liter fuel tank and the weight is only 223 kilograms. For the Plus version, we have a USB-A port, a 10-level adjustable windscreen, heated grips, adaptive lights, side panniers, and a center stand. The list of things that this bike has been equipped with is endless, so definitely go check out the link that I've posted down in the description below that takes you to the Yamaha website where you can learn all about it. Now look, I know what you're thinking. What about the TRK 800? Well, the more premium price tag is going to scare some people away. So I think the 702 and 702X will be the best selling adventure bikes for 2023. Now at the top spot, the Yamaha Tracer 9 GT Plus just stole the show. There were so many people around it as well. I think for the standard equipment and the price tag, I don't think you can go wrong as far as sport touring goes. I thought it was a beautiful bike, but I've got to admit, me and my pal Carl from BHP UK, we both went to the exhibition center, right? And we currently have a Ducati Multistrada V4 Pikes Peak in development. So we look at that bike every single day when we go into work, and you know what, we kind of got used to the look of it. So the Tracer 9 GT Plus kind of stands out a little more for me, at least, you know. This is not to say that the Pikes Peak is not a beautiful bike. The Pikes Peak is the most gorgeous bike as far as the sport touring category. And then there's the Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. I mean, you can kind of guess it that that's gonna definitely replace my Continental GT 650, so we can not only develop it but kind of live with it. And obviously I'll share everything I learned here on the channel. But that's pretty much all I got for you guys in this one. Like always, let me know in the comments below what you think of my top 5 bikes for 2023. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.